29, start recording, go live, move this into my, okay. Alright guys, it's not quite 4 o'clock, but I think we're darn close. We are ticking down the seconds to 4 o'clock. Alright, okay, we're about 30 seconds early, not 30 minutes, Jen, 30 seconds. Goodness, it's been a long enough week, don't make it worse. But we're gonna hop right in. I know there's been a lot of weather stuff. I feel like I say this every week, but again, there's been rain, there's been storms, there's been damage, there's been snow. So if you've been stuck in any of it, I hope it passes quickly for you. I hope there aren't any long-term issues. And if you know somebody who's having a long-term issue and you can help them out, please do it. Bear with me one moment. I just lost my... Okay, there's my streaming software. All right. I don't know. It's one of those weeks. We're just going to roll with it. Okay? Everybody ready to roll with me? How can you be having a bad week when you've got, this magical purple dragon? We've got Figment on the ears. We got Figment on our jersey. You guys, well, you can see it if you're on Instagram. I don't think my Facebook friends can see it, but it's from a prior Festival of the Arts. It's been a weird, long week. This week feels like it's gone on for about a month. I am so glad we are at the end of it. But there were always, even in rough weeks, there are high points. So let me share a few with you. Um, I had bronchitis and then I had relatives with bronchitis, so I didn't get to do Christmas with my last relative till last weekend. And look what Santa left. Look, it's an iridescent Mickey bag for my next park trip. It's adorable. I love the ears. I love the fact that it's iridescent. Kind of wish I had it for the 50th, but this way, whenever I take it, I can remember the 50th and all my fond memories. So very cool. The other cool thing that showed up this week because, I have the right friends who helped me out. It's the Figment Popcorn Bucket from Festival of the Arts. I'm going to turn the lights on. You're probably not going to be able to see them real well because it's bright in here because I need them to do the live. But I am going to make a reel of this so you guys can see it a little better. So look for that tomorrow. But, changes colors. We got Figment in there. We've got our rainbow popcorn. So awesome. I also love, I thought I turned it off. Okay. Yeah, see it blinks, and then if you hit it again, it stays solid. And, well, okay, it does stay, it like blinks slower, I guess. Okay. And then, okay, now it's off. Just want to make sure. Let me just show you all the sides so you get the full effect. And I love the artwork on the popcorn bucket strap. I mean, there's so much, just the detail and the stuff they put in these things. It's our Figment color. We have Figment. We have artist palettes, and we have Epcot International. Where's Festival of the Arts? Okay, I guess they didn't put Festival of the Arts on there. Okay, but really cool. Really cool. Made my week when this turned up at my door. Let me tell you. Made my week. Okay. I want to get the socials before I dip into the popcorn. And as most of you know, popcorn's not one of those things I can really have. So probably going to have one piece. But I think it's really, really cool. They did a really nice job on it. And it's really well made. It survived shipping with no trouble. It's got replaceable batteries for the lights. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay. Now that I've shared all the magic of all the goodies, let's talk about how you can do some traveling and get some goodies of your own, or maybe some gifts for people that you know. I love to pick up gifts for people when I'm traveling. It's one of my favorite things about traveling is that you see all that different stuff you don't have at home, and you might see just the perfect thing for that person in your life that has maybe really, really helped you out, and you really, really want to get them something special, or maybe they're hard to buy for and you see something really cool. I've had some of those people in my life, and it's really, really awesome when you can find them something. It's even more awesome when they open it and they're like shocked and floored and in love with your present. It doesn't happen very often, but it's awesome when it does. So I wish you more of those. Okay. So let's talk some trips, some places, some stuff we can do. All right, we're going to start off today with Universal because I always feel like Universal does not always get the full attention it deserves in general because it is an awesome park. It's got lots of thrill rides. It's got stuff for kids. It's got Harry Potter. It's got Minions. And don't forget they have Volcano Bay. They also have that awesome water adventure. Okay. As you know, it is a big season for travel the first part of the year because everybody's planning for the year and um, there are deals aplenty. Okay, so Universal has two. They have 25% off a 5 night, 3 park with 3 parks per day ticket package. They also have, if you buy a 2 day, 2 park ticket, you get 2 days free. So, those of you who are thinking spring break, that might be a great way to stretch your budget a little bit. And Universal just has they have some really really cool stuff. For the adults, there is a rum tasting. There are kids themed suites where you can. There's one for Jurassic Park. There's one for Minions where it's like the girls' bedroom and they actually get to sleep in like those little like I guess they're hollowed up missile bays that the girls sleep in the movie. So there are just some really cool. There's a Hard Rock Cafe themed room. You can rent musical instruments if you stay at Hard Rock Cafe Hotel. There's Twosome Chocolate Factory that has some awesome food. There's a lot of awesome food in Universal City Walk. Don't get me wrong. Twosome is just one of the ones that came to mind because it's certainly unique and it's not something I've gotten anywhere else. There are old favorites like Bubba Gump. Um, so there's some really cool stuff. It makes a great, if you want to do a Florida trip. I did this one year. I split my time between Disney and Universal. I stayed on property for both, and it was awesome. If you want to do that, I can certainly help you do it. If you're a local and you want to just take advantage of the ticket deal, you can do that too. It's great to have options, isn't it? Okay. Um, the Lunar New Year event kicked off in Disney's California Adventure this week. As you know, they opened the new and improved San Francisco Square. Over the summer, it opened, I want to say early July because it was just about ready. I was there the last week of June and it was so close. I think all they had to do was finish the work on the bridge. And I think they finished that like the week after I was there. But they have some really cool, they have a Mickey shaped hot dog bun. I don't know why they don't have these in the parks all the time. It seems like something that the kids would really love. It's like a Mickey pretzel and a hot dog combined. Now, how can you go wrong with that if you're a kid? Most adults can't even go wrong with that. Um, they also have the strawberry milk tea macaroons are back. The steamed whole fish is back. And the mandarin orange mousse is back. There are also 4 other things that are back, but I'm not going to share them with you. I'm just going to get you curious with the first 4. But it looks like a really cool thing. I hope one of these years I get out there for it. It's a little hard to go across the country in the winter for me, but I'm going to put it on my bucket list because you know what? Things on your bucket list do happen. I got back to Disneyland last year. I got to do Disneyland and Disney World in the same year, which I had not done before. So I got bucket list things off my list. They were awesome. They went right back on the list at the bottom because I wanted to do them again. But I want to help you get some of those things off your bucket list this year too. So let's do it, shall we? Um, okay. So let's talk about some of the deals that are out there. For Disney World, the Florida Resident Thrill Ticket. You can do 2 days for $199, and that's one park. You can do 3 days, one park for $219. You can add Genie Plus. You can add Park Hopper options, but that's your base ticket prices. Um, And just because you're a Florida resident, I can still help you with those tickets. I can help everybody pretty much. Okay. The other thing Disney has is 35% off for a 5 night stay if you stay between March 25th and July 7th. Don't forget, if you are a Disney Plus subscriber, the dining deal will be in effect from July 1st to September 30th. Florida residents can get up to 30% off a stay from now till March 24th. And then again from well, this doesn't make any sense. The dates they list are January 1st to March 24th and then March 25th to July 7th. I believe there is a weekend in there. I believe the weekend after March 24th it is not in effect, and then it picks up again on Monday. I think there's a special event weekend in there that they're skipping. Um, Might be Easter. I think it's Easter weekend that's excluded. Don't forget, there's also the Play and Dine for kids 3 to 9. Um, there are discounts on a 4 night, 4 day stay from March 3rd to March 24th, and also April 7th to June 30th. See, that's Easter week. I think it's the same way for the Florida resident deal. 20% off room only deals. Disneyland, not to leave anybody out, Disneyland. You can get up to 20% off a stay at a Disneyland resort hotel if you book a Sunday through Thursday trip. Um, you can also get the kids ticket pass, 1 day, 1 park is $50. Wait a minute, I wrote this really tiny. It's as low as $50. If you do, wait a minute. Okay, yeah. Um, you can do a 3 day for $75 per day. If you do them Monday through Thursday, the 3 day one is $225. If you do it, if it includes a weekend, it's $275. Yeah, the 3 day ticket is 3 days of park tickets with with 1 park per day. Um, but that's honestly that's a great deal. I loved Disneyland when we were out there. Um, it, it, it it's just fabulous. Um, I love Disney World too. I love them both, but there's a Disneyland has its own totally different vibe. And you really can't compare the two. They are absolutely they're kind of like cousins. They're similar in a lot of ways because they're family, but they're each uniquely their own. All right, so let's talk cruises. Virgin Voyages. If you've been thinking of booking, their deal runs out on January 31st, so you really need to kind of nail things down and get that booked before it expires. You get 70% off your second sailor. You get up to $600 in drink credits. Um, Viking also has deals. They have airfare discounts, they have cruise discounts. It varies a little depending on where you're going. So I don't want to quote any numbers because everybody's trip is going to be a little different. But there are definitely deals out there. Don't forget Disney Cruise Line has 50% off deposits. Carnival and Princess. Yeah, I told you I'm having a rough week. Also have cruise deals if you would rather cruise with them. I know everybody has their favorite cruise line. I can help you with that. Don't forget, if you're looking for a really big, really memorable summer trip, it's a great time to look at Adventures by Disney if your kiddos are a little older, say 8 and up. Um, and there are also just lots of really cool other places you can go to. You can visit that big city. You can take your mom to that quilt festival she's always wanted to go to. You can go to New York and see a Broadway show and eat at Ellen's Stardust Diner and tour the art museums and shop at Macy's and window shop on Fifth Avenue. Um, the world is really your oyster. So I want to help you get the most out of that oyster and make it the best oyster it can be. I want everybody to have a great week next week, myself included, and I will see you next Friday at 4. Bye.